Have you ever felt like you're giving your all in a relationship, but something just feels off? Like no matter how hard you try, you're stuck in a cycle of confusion, frustration, or even self-doubt. What if I told you that relationships aren't about fixing someone else or being fixed yourself, but about choosing wisely from the start? Today, Grandma's here to share timeless wisdom, 6 clear signs that will help you recognize whether someone is truly worth your time, energy, and heart. So grab a cup of tea, sit back, and let's dive into this together. Why relationships matter. Hello, my dear friends at Grandma's Vibes. Welcome back to another cozy chat where we explore life's most important lessons. Today, we're diving deep into something many of us have experienced, at least once in our lives, the ups and downs of relationships. Whether it's romantic love, friendship, or family ties, relationships shape who we are and how we navigate the world. But here's the truth, darlings. Not every person deserves your time, energy, or commitment. Some people come into our lives to teach us valuable lessons, while others can derail us emotionally, mentally, and even financially. And as much as we'd like to believe in fairy tale endings, real-life relationships require clarity, confidence, and courage to make the right choices. That's why today, I want to break down 6 unmistakable signs that indicate someone may not be relationship material. These are red flags that, if ignored, can lead to years of unnecessary stress and heartache. But don't worry, we're not just pointing out problems, we're also offering solutions so you can move forward with strength and purpose. So whether you're single, dating, married, or simply navigating friendships, stay tuned. By the end of this video, you'll walk away with tools to protect your peace, preserve your dignity, and build meaningful connections that uplift you. Let's get started. Sign 1. She thrives on drama and chaos. Let's talk about drama. Oh, honey. Drama isn't just for soap operas. It can creep into our personal lives too. Some women thrive on chaos because they feel alive in the midst of turmoil. When things are calm, they create waves. When there's stability, they seek disruption. It's not an accident. It's their nature. Now here's what you need to watch out for. Minor disagreements spiral into endless battles. Words get twisted, accusations fly, and suddenly you're questioning everything you said or didn't say. One moment she's affectionate, the next she's distant, leaving you guessing what went wrong. If you ask, "What's bothering you?" she might respond with cryptic remarks like, "If you don't know, I won't tell you." This emotional roller coaster keeps you on edge, unsure of where you stand. Over time, you start second-guessing yourself, wondering if you're the problem. But let me tell you something, sweetheart. A healthy relationship should never feel like this. Stability shouldn't bore her, and predictability shouldn't make her restless. The good news: you can avoid this chaos before it starts. Learn to recognize these patterns early. A high-value woman values connection over conflict. She communicates openly, doesn't manipulate emotions, and sees stability as growth, not stagnation. If you find yourself caught in a web of drama, remember this: peace is something you choose by being selective about who enters your life. Sign 2. She's addicted to validation. Next up, let's discuss validation addiction. Some women crave attention, not connection. No matter how much love, praise, or devotion you give, it's never enough. Social media becomes her stage, and every post, filter, and caption is carefully crafted to elicit reactions. When confronted, she dismisses your concerns, calling you insecure or jealous. "It's just a picture," she says, brushing off your feelings. But deep down, her actions speak louder than words. She prioritizes strangers' admiration over the respect within her relationship. Here's the harsh reality: a single person's love can never compete with the faceless masses offering fleeting doses of validation. A man who stays, hoping she'll change, sets himself up for a battle he'll never win. For her, the addiction is more potent than any real connection could ever be. Instead, look for a partner who values authenticity over applause. A high-value woman understands that admiration from the world means nothing if it comes at the cost of mutual respect. Choose wisely, my dear. You deserve someone who treasures your presence more than external validation. Sign 3. She has zero accountability. Accountability, or rather, the lack of it. Some women see themselves as perpetual victims. Every mistake, failure, or problem in their life is someone else's fault. If she loses her job, it's because her boss was unfair. If her relationships fall apart, it's always the other person's toxicity. Financial struggles, blame the economy. When this mindset enters a relationship, the damage is inevitable. If she cheats, it's your fault for being distant. If she disrespects you, it's because you made her mad. Over time, you start feeling guilty, questioning whether you were the issue all along. But here's the thing, darling. A high-value woman acknowledges her mistakes, learns, and grows. A low-value woman deflects blame, spins excuses, and repeats destructive patterns. If she refuses to take responsibility, she will never change, and her problems will eventually become yours. The solution: walk away before you lose yourself in the process. Remember, accountability is a cornerstone of trust and respect. Without it, a relationship cannot thrive. Sign 4. She uses emotional manipulation to control you. Emotional manipulation is subtle, yet insidious. Unlike loud arguments or direct demands, it operates in the background, shaping your thoughts and actions through guilt, silence, and passive aggression. At first, these tactics seem harmless, a brief sulk here, a casual remark there, but over time they erode your independence. You begin prioritizing her emotions over your needs, hesitating before making decisions, and walking on eggshells to avoid her displeasure. The result? You slowly lose touch with the person you once were. A high-value woman communicates openly and directly, even when upset. She doesn't punish you for having a life outside of her, or make you feel selfish for setting boundaries. If you sense emotional manipulation, call it out calmly and continue living your life on your terms. When you stop playing the game, she has two choices: adjust her approach or move on to someone more susceptible. Either way, you win. Sign 5. She has no long-term vision. Vision, or the lack thereof, is crucial in a partner. A woman without long-term vision lives impulsively, chasing short-term pleasure over stability. She spends recklessly, switches jobs frequently, and avoids responsibility. While she expects you to be the steady foundation, she drifts aimlessly through life. Over time, the burden of planning, sacrificing, and holding everything together falls on you. But here's the catch: a relationship without shared vision collapses under pressure. Love alone isn't enough to sustain a partnership. Look for a partner who aligns with your goals, respects discipline, and contributes to building a future together. A high-value woman takes responsibility for her growth, embraces hard work, and shares your vision for a fulfilling life. Sign 6. She doesn't respect masculinity. She competes with it. Finally, let's talk about respect for masculinity. Some women view masculinity as a challenge rather than a source of strength, leadership, or stability. Every decision you make is scrutinized, every attempt at leadership resisted, and every effort to provide structure labeled as controlling. This dynamic is exhausting. Instead of fostering connection, conversations turn into debates, decisions into tests, and disagreements into fights for control. Over time, you suppress your natural inclination to lead, becoming a passive version of yourself. A genuine partnership is about complementing each other, not competing. A high-value woman respects masculinity, seeing it as a pillar of support rather than oppression. Don't shrink yourself to accommodate resistance. Walk away and protect your energy. Choose wisely. My dear friends, relationships are mirrors. They reflect who we are and what we value. Not everyone deserves your time, energy, or commitment. Recognize the warning signs early, set firm boundaries, and refuse to entertain relationships that compromise your peace and self-respect. At Grandma's Vibes, we believe in living with strength, purpose, and wisdom. So, I leave you with this final thought. The quality of your life depends on the quality of the people you allow into it. Choose wisely, stay grounded, and always prioritize your well-being. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more insights. Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay strong, stay wise, and remember, Grandma's got your back.